Hi, I thought I'd share how I go about editing AI generated transcripts. Now they're all very different in terms of their layout and their formats, etc. But there's a few little quirks that I've noticed can be quite consistent across all of the different variety. So the first thing I would do is change the spacing, because I find it quite difficult to edit a transcript when it's all so close together. So I'd rather 1.5 spacing rather than none at all. So I would do Control A to select all the transcript, go to paragraph and make the line spacing 1.5. So that makes it easier to read for me straight away. You can always change this back when you come to print save paper, of course. Then obviously there's lots of timestamps which I don't need, or my client doesn't need. So I would remove these, ready to put in my own timestamps when I go through editing the transcript, which would normally be every 5 or 10 minutes. So for this I would do find replace, go Control H, and oops, one I've done earlier. So we want to use the special function here and want to replace all of the timestamping. So we do a square bracket, down to special, and then any digit, and again, and then it's got a colon, and then any digit. I sound like I'm on countdown. Then another colon, and then close with a square bracket. And there's a space either side. So you also want to remove one of those spaces while you do this, because otherwise you'll end up with 2 spaces when there should be only be one. So put a space at the end or beforehand, whichever, it doesn't really matter. And then when you do replace it with absolutely nothing. Then replace all. And all the timestamps have now gone. The next thing, I see there's some spelling errors, so these might be spelt incorrectly all the way through. So I would do again Control H and do this for any common errors I think the AI would have spelt incorrectly. Place all of those. Then I notice there's lots of ums. Now, if you're doing a verbatim project and transcript, then obviously you'd leave these in. But generally, if it's a clean verbatim or intelligent verbatim, the ums at the beginning of a sentence are often habitual and not really relevant to what is being said. So in this case, they're all at the beginning of the sentences. So again, I would do Control H. Make sure your match case is selected. And there's some common sentence starters with letters. So I would go through and do comma, and an A, because a lot of people start their sentences with and then I would replace that with a capital A. And you'll see the comma ands have now been replaced just direct with and. Other common letters that begin sentences are I. Again, another one is W, where, what, why, and well. And another common one is so, is S, so. Oops, make sure again you get the case right. And another common one is B, for but, because. And the other common one is AT, for then, that, they. So that won't pick them all up, but it will pick up quite a few, and it's easy to put them back in when you're going through the transcripts and you can hear that it was a genuine pause and a genuine hesitation. It's easy to put them in then to go through and edit each one individually, remove each one individually. So they're the common things I would start off with: the spelling, the spacing, the time stamping, and the ums and ers, or whichever your AI chooses to use. You may not want tabs as well in your transcript, so again, Control H and the special character for a tab is there, and just replace that with a single space, and it will remove any tabs. So I hope that helps. Any questions about AI editing, please just get in touch. Thank you.